The atmosphere is electric, the tension palpable, and the stakes could not be higher. This isn't just another main event. It's the definitive battle for supremacy within one of the most legendary wrestling dynasties of all time. It's a clash for control, legacy, power, and respect. Tribal combat has returned, and at the center of it all is the symbol of Samoan royalty, the Ula Fala. Traditionally a handcrafted Samoan wreath, red in color and reserved only for royalty, the Ula Fala symbolizes more than just victory. It signifies status as the rightful tribal chief. Once proudly worn by Roman Reigns, the Ula Fala was never officially passed down. After his monumental loss to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, Roman stepped back, but Solo Sikoa stepped in. Not with the family's blessing, not with tradition, but with ambition. He seized control, declared himself the new head of the table, and took the Ula Fala for himself. And now, with the WWE Universe watching live on Netflix, it was time for this dispute to be settled not by elders or ceremony, but in the ring. This is tribal combat, no rules, no countouts, and only one way to win: pinfall or submission. Tonight, two warriors go to war to decide who truly leads the bloodline. From the moment the show kicked off, the weight of the moment was felt. Veteran commentator Michael Cole, who had witnessed nearly 3 decades of WWE history, described this as the most historic night of his storied career. Beside him, Pat McAfee returned, full of passion, calling this moment the kind of spectacle destined to inspire books, documentaries, and perhaps even cinematic tributes. This wasn't just another wrestling match. This was family versus family, dynasty versus rebellion. The Intuit Dome in Los Angeles roared to life as the lights dimmed and Solo Sikoa made his entrance, Ula Fala around his neck, defiance in his eyes. His demeanor was unshaken, his confidence unmatched. Though he once operated as a loner, a street warrior with nothing but grit, he had reinvented himself, forged a new era of the bloodline alongside fierce new allies like Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. But this night was about standing alone. No interference, no excuses. Then came Roman Reigns. Accompanied by the wise man Paul Heyman, Roman's entrance was nothing short of epic. Even after losing the title, he stood tall, still dignified, still feared. A 6-time world champion who held WWE Gold for a mind-blowing 1,316 days, Roman Reigns had etched his name alongside legends like Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, and Bob Backlund. He had defeated the very best: Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Edge, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, and tonight he returned to prove he was still the alpha, the true tribal chief. Alicia Taylor stepped into the ring, her voice cutting through the chants and cheers to officially introduce the combatants. The atmosphere was tense, reverent. The crowd knew they were witnessing history. The match began with a traditional collar and elbow tie-up, but nothing about this match was ordinary. It was symbolic, personal, generational. Roman had mentored Solo, prepared him for leadership. But Solo wasn't interested in waiting his turn. He took what he wanted, and tonight, he meant to keep it. Roman pushed early, using his experience to control the tempo, but Solo answered with brutality, slamming Roman against the newly reinforced announce table. Roman fought back, but it was clear Solo had studied him. He knew his weaknesses. He was relentless, vicious, a true street brawler with high-stakes precision. The announce team marveled at Solo's evolution. No longer just the little brother of the Usos, Solo had transformed himself into a commanding figure. His new version of the bloodline had been wreaking havoc across WWE, and many speculated he might be an even stronger leader than Roman ever was, more inclusive, less egotistical. But Roman's legacy was not built on flash. It was built on grit, dominance, and unmatched resilience. As the match progressed, Solo introduced steel steps, monitors, and even a steel chair into the fray, each time punishing Roman with calculated savagery. A monitor smashed into Roman's skull. Steps were driven into his chest. The crowd gasped, watching the once unbreakable champion get systematically dismantled. Paul Heyman's face told a story of its own. Anxiety etched deep in every wrinkle, The wise man watched as the very empire he helped build teetered on the edge. If Solo won, Heyman would become his advisor, a shift that could change the direction of the WWE forever. Still, Roman endured. Solo went for a Samoan spike, an attempt to finish Roman once and for all, but Reigns dodged, showing incredible ring IQ and veteran poise. Roman grabbed a steel chair and responded in kind, unleashing shot after shot to Solo's ribs and back. The crowd roared. Tribal combat was at its most primal. The two traded momentum, each fueled by pride and pain. Solo delivered a spinning solo on a steel chair, surely enough to finish any normal opponent. But Roman kicked out at 2. The match continued. Then, chaos. Tama Tonga emerged from nowhere, yanking referee Chad Patton out of the ring just as Roman seemed poised to win. The match exploded into mayhem. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, made his WWE debut, stunning the audience with his incredible agility and power. He dismantled Roman with a moonsault and other devastating maneuvers. Solo covered Roman. The count came, only 2. Still, Roman refused to fall. But then came the cavalry. Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn stormed the ring, echoes of War Games, Survivor Series, and past betrayals resounding in their steps. A superkick from Jimmy floored his younger brother Solo. A hell of a kick from Sami followed. Roman rallied. A spear. A cover. Another kick out at 2. Kevin Owens entered next, the longtime rival of Roman Reigns, his issues reignited after Roman's recent alliance with Cody Rhodes. KO hit a stunner, laying waste to Fatu. Solo attempted to seize the moment, driving Roman into the mat again, but the resilient tribal chief still found a way to stay in the match. Finally, the man everyone had been waiting for, Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare charged in, giving the audience a taste of what to expect in 3 weeks at the Royal Rumble. He took the fight to Fatu, buying Roman enough time to reset and regroup. Back in the ring, with emotions running wild, Solo attempted another Samoan spike. Roman countered with a Superman punch, followed by a thunderous spear. The pinfall, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns had done it. The crowd erupted as Alicia Taylor announced the result. Roman stood tall, battered but unbowed, holding the Ula Fala once more. Paul Heyman entered the ring, visibly relieved. Order had been restored. The rightful tribal chief had reclaimed his place. But then a shift. The music hit, and through the curtain walked a figure cloaked not in championship gold, but in mythic legacy, The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, member of the Anoa'i family, descended from high chiefs, made his entrance. The presence of The Rock, a man once called the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, now carried deeper meaning. He represented the past and possibly the future. The audience gasped as the screen told the story. The Ula Fala was once bestowed upon The Rock by his grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia, and now here he stood, watching Roman hold it high. The show faded out not with words, but with images. Roman